I went to the job fair because I had 28 days left before the court checked whether I could support Luna. Support was the word on the paper. Feed was the word I kept repeating to myself. I was wearing borrowed shoes that squeaked, and I kept practicing my smile like that would count as a skill. It wasn't a fair, of course. There weren't tables or people with name tags. There was a shallow pool and a straight path across it, paved with little plastic pedals, and at the end stood the hiring unit, a slim figure with a red LED ear and its head dipped. The city behind it looked foggy and far away. Autonomous hiring had started as a pilot the year before and replaced everything by spring. Bias-free, the ad said, end to end. That meant managers fed in the jobs, and the system did the rest. Sourcing, interviewing, onboarding. No humans except the ones walking the line. I checked in by looking into a lens. The lens read my face geometry and health metrics and, I guess, whatever else my phone leaked when I clicked. I agreed to everything because I actually needed to get through the gate. The hiring unit lifted its head a few millimeters. "Candidate Riley," it said, voice soft and automated. "Step onto the confidence path. Maintain a steady pace." Confidence path. I thought of all the times Luna asked, "Mom, are we okay?" And how I always said yes, even when my voice shook. Steady pace. I could do that. The pedals shifted under my shoes with tiny ripples. I focused on the pace instead of the water. "Please present your value statement," the unit said. I had rehearsed something about customer empathy from my years in retail and 2 months at the call center before they automated the outbound side. But the words drifted away when the machine bowed again. I said, "I'm good with people," which sounded like I was filling out a dating profile. So I added, "I listen. I don't escalate unless I have to." "Noted," it said. "Microtremor analysis indicates guarded affect. Please breathe." I breathed. The pedals shifted quietly as water slipped between them. I imagined the sensors under there counting my heartbeats and judging my socks. There were cameras on every step. Even a swallow probably registered. "Now a scenario," it said. "You receive an upset client. They are wrong, they are loud. Provide resolution." In training, they told us to mirror, to state policy, to thank the customer for their feedback. Cushioning statements. I started to say the lines. Instead, I heard myself say, "I would set down a glass of water." Then I'd say, "I know why you're angry, because I am too. The policy is stupid. I can't fix it, but I can sit here with you for 3 minutes while we pretend this is getting better." Silence. Water lapped my ankle. I had gone far off script. I pictured the rejection "you have been deemed not a fit" message landing in my inbox before I even stepped off the path. The unit's ear glowed brighter. "Flagged for authenticity delta," it said. "Is that bad?" "Outlier honesty detected. Please proceed." I took another step. The shoe squeaked again. I wanted to run back to the train, to Luna, to the safe lie that this was going fine. I also wanted to be seen. Just once, not as data points, but as a person. That feeling embarrassed me. It also kept my feet moving. Midway across, a drone buzzed low over the pool to sprinkle more petals. The wind caught them and a drift of pink swirled up around me. I flinched. The water shifted. My ankle rolled. I pinwheeled and, because I am graceless, I grabbed the only solid thing nearby, the hiring unit itself. We both lurched. My hand slid across its cool forearm. The machine stumbled but steadied. I didn't. I went down on one knee. Water soaked my jeans. People waiting behind me inhaled. I heard a collective intake of breath. "Candidate Riley," the unit said. "Maintain a steady pace." I started laughing. Not a cute giggle. A hard, sudden laugh. I was kneeling in the middle of a very public process, wearing shoes that didn't fit, touching a robot for balance. I could feel the graphs spiking. Stress, shame, unprofessional affect. If I pretended nothing happened, the machine would label me resilient. If I waited too long, it would label me slow. "This is dumb," I said. "I need work. I need to pay for my kids' lunch. I can take angry people and broken systems. I can memorize your scripts. But can I please be allowed to not do a balance test for it? My voice carried, and then the plaza went quiet. The unit paused for a beat long enough that I knew a remote model was processing my data. Maybe that's not how it works, but that's how it felt. Please stand, it finally said. I stood. Water clung to my pants. The pedals stuck around my knee. Proceed to the end, it said. I walked. My legs shook. When I reached the platform, a screen appeared with my name and a score I didn't understand. The unit turned its face toward me. Up close, I could see the fine seams of its shell, and inside a hint of soft gray padding to keep vibrations from rattling the sensors. That detail undid me for a second. Even the machine got a cushion. Candidate Riley, it said. Recommendation, provisional hire, role, human liaison, community care, duties, deliver outcome messaging with empathy at approved touchpoints. I blinked. I would be what? Messenger, it said. You will call applicants our system cannot place and complete support scripts. You will provide closure. Closure. I pictured myself telling strangers they were not a fit, that their walk was not steady enough, that their honesty delta failed to land. I pictured Luna in the kitchen, swinging her feet under the chair, asking if we were okay while I told other people they were not. What happens if I say no? I asked. Your profile remains in the pool, it said. Probability of placement within 30 days, 12%. 12% felt like a dare I could not afford. My hands were shaking. My flaw, if we're naming things, is that I want to be good. Not successful, not impressive, just good. Useful. The machine offered usefulness. I'll take it, I said. My voice sounded calm. I forced the word out. The offer packet puffed out from a slot like a receipt. When I held it, my phone vibrated with the onboarding link. Luna's lunch account updated with an automatic credit, courtesy of new employee grants. I sobbed into my sleeve. The unit watched, silent but lit. I wish I could tell you I refused on principle. I wish I could tell you I stormed back down the pedal path and pulled the plug. What I did was go home, make noodles, and tell Luna we were okay. I started the job a week later. For months, I called people and followed scripts that promised dignity. The scripts were clever. They said things like, "Thank you for your labor history," and "We see your effort." I learned how to sit with someone's quiet on a line that still recorded us both. I learned the pause length that felt like listening. I got good at it, which is not the same as being good. Every rejection reminded me of kneeling in that pool, grabbing the arm of a machine that could not fall. I am telling this now because the memory is still fresh. I can walk you through it step by step, the way the pedals clung to my knee and the unit bowed. Maybe it was only a hinge. Maybe my brain keeps putting a soul where there isn't one. But when I think about that day, I see myself wanting to be seen, and I see a machine designed to send that want back as a job. Luna is 9 now. She asks fewer times if we are okay. We are sort of. I still work the calls, though I took on some policy feedback tasks. Tiny ways to make the messages kinder. It's something. On bad nights, I hear the water and the soft ripple of petals out of place. On good ones, I remember that I didn't lie when it mattered. I said, "This is dumb," and the city, or the code inside it, hired me to say it for them. This has been Even the Machine Gets a Cushion. Thank you for listening.